Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're focusing in today on the narcissistic personality disorder, the psychopathic individual as well, and their really intense need for constant attention and admiration, and really all the various aspects in the relationship that we see this. Included in this, not only is a constant need for attention, admiration, and a living up to their unrealistic standards, is the experience that you have to constantly be thinking on them, attending to them, and really focusing in on their needs as separate from your own. In other words, the narcissist does not see you as a separate person, a separate human being. They essentially see you through glasses. If you were to put on a pair of glasses that were to create an image of yourself out there. In other words, if you were to put on glasses that were to say, "This is me beside myself. This is only here for me and what I'm here to accomplish." That's in essence all you are to them. They have an inability to see others, their needs, and for who they truly are as a person. So when you're feeling this void, you're feeling like something is missing. You're feeling like there's something inappropriate or out of flow, out of sync with these people. They're not quite all there. They tend to ignore you or just kind of walk past you when they should be, acknowledging you. It is because they have an inability to really acknowledge the needs and wishes and really presence of others. And they really don't, they're not able to take ownership of this either, because they really feel that they have done nothing wrong. They have such a heightened sense of self-importance that they really view others as mere support, or, for lack of a better word, props to their reality. So, you have to live in support of them. And what really happens is that, a lot of people enjoy being supportive of others. In other words, they're saying, "Oh my God, I love, of course I want to support you. I want to be there for you. I put you first. I think that this and this is amazing." And oftentimes you're then involved in the plan, or you get excited by your participation in it. But then really what in essence happening is that they're not as loyal in the same way to the dream, the vision. They're not loyal in the same way. They're not on the same page. They're on a different page, and that's called me. They're on a different page in a different book. It's called "It's All About Me." They might as well be wearing a T-shirt that says, if you want to, support me, get in line. It's all about them. It's not seeing your experiences. It's not about validating what you think about things. It's not about seeing your perspective, your side of things, which has to occur for a relationship. Otherwise, it's too one way. And so they really don't have that ability. So rather than faulting yourself, I find oftentimes that people who are inexperienced with a psychopath or a narcissist, they feel like it's a fault of theirs. They're faulting themselves. What could I have done? What could I have done? Why couldn't I have caught this? Well, after you've gone through a relationship with these people, perhaps it is a good wake-up call for you. It's a good wake-up call for you to identify that, you need to be onto your needs a little bit more in a relationship, and give yourself permission to have your needs validated, supported, identified, and expanded upon, because your needs are important. And wherever you originated this self-limiting belief that, you need to always put others first, and, it's all about denying yourself and not having a presence in a relationship, or, having a presence. A lot of people have very much self-limiting beliefs that keep them from healthy relationships. In other words, they have a fear of being too ego-based, a fear of asking too much, a fear of, wanting to speak up. They're afraid of being denied what they're looking for. But see, as you get older, you have to realize, that you are accountable to yourself. And so you're a whole person, so you can expand and enhance your experience of life with these people they're not responsible for your happiness. Your happiness is within you. So it's kind of it's kind of tweaking that understanding that it's okay for you to receive. It's okay for people to be supportive. It's okay for people to actually be there for you. And if this is uncomfortable for you in the beginning, realize that there are healthy people who are supportive, who are kind, who are loving, who can meet you where you are in a higher vibration and a higher standard. So learn to really become aware of these self-limiting beliefs that tell you that you're not good enough, or you're no good without this person. I mean, that is a big one. A lot of people feel like this person, my life revolves around this person. This person is responsible for where I'm at in my life, or I've had so many incredible feelings. I feel that I'm never going to meet somebody else like this. If you speak that into existence, you're speaking that into existence. Realize the power of language to speak to speak experience into your life, because words are very, very powerful. If you say I can't, then you won't. If you say I'm not good enough, then you will never receive good enough. If you say, I'll never find another person, then you never will. You're speaking that into existence. So you have to be very careful with the language that you use. So that's why on this channel, I really do emphasize the use of affirmations and becoming aware of your subconscious beliefs that are directing your life. And oftentimes it's these painful and these painful and abusive relationships that bring this awareness about. It's like, okay, I have obviously some erroneous beliefs going on here that have permitted this experience to continue or even occur in the first place. So I have to become more aware of these what we call subconscious operating systems or beliefs about yourself, or roles that you have played, oftentimes originating within the family structure itself, and that these have set you up to be involved in this type of relationship. So oftentimes people absolutely positively want to deny this connection. They are very, very resistant. Not me. It's this person's fault. I don't see what I had to do in this part of the relationship. I don't see how I attracted this. They want to live in the denial. They want to use defense mechanisms. Or they want to insult themselves and say, I should have acted nicer. I should have, I should have, been more forthright. I should have, not spoken my needs. I should not have express myself so callously. Well, oftentimes if you're driven to that point, maybe you did need to state those things. But rather than speaking it to them, what you really need to do is speak it to yourself. I know that this is like really, psychological deep, and I hope this is like benefiting you. But in other words, what you're yelling out to them in your moments of frustration, in your moments of anger, I deserve better. Why are you ignoring me? I don't need your selfishness. All these different things are really, you need to speak that out and really acknowledge it yourself, and that you really no longer want this type of person, and own it and accept it, and saying, oh my gosh, even though I had all these great experiences, I don't want this type of person. I don't want to be ignored. I don't want to be abused. I don't want to be belittled. I don't want to be objectified. I don't want to be minimized. I don't want to be treated like I can't do things. I'm treated like a child, treated like an employee by a person who you are living with. I mean, it can get really bad where you almost feel like this person is the boss, and you might as well clock in, when you make your first cup of coffee, because this person has this really strange control. I mean, it's almost like they've typed up a contract for your life, and you're here to sign off on it and say, okay, yes, yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. I mean, it's just, it gets very, the relationship dynamics become very inorganic, very unnatural, and very unhealthy. So, realize to reclaim your vision of your life, you have to have a vision bigger than the problem. You have to have a vision for your life bigger than this relationship. You have to have a vision for your life that encompasses all your values, all your needs, all your passions, all that you really value in life. And begin to live on those once again. Begin to reinstill those once again. Get in touch with, what you feel is so awesome and amazing in life. You can't experience the awesome and amazement in life until you feel, awe. When you begin to feel these more profound states, these transcendent states, then you attract them into your reality. So when you begin to feel awe, then you experience the awesome. When you begin to create trust and say, I am trust, then you begin to create more experiences of trust in your life. When you begin to understand and say, I am worth it, you then begin to attract more experiences that validate that very experience. When you begin to say, I now enforce my boundaries and I deserve better treatment, then you're going to begin attracting to your life, to your reality, experiences that meet you where you're at in your new level of consciousness. So it's very important to alchemize from these experiences. Take, the negative and alchemize it into the positive, turning the ore into gold, if you will. And because it really does help, it really does metamorphosize and transcend and transmute and really alchemize in your life for the better. You have to have trust, you have to have faith, and you have to have self-esteem, knowing that you're worth it, knowing that you deserve it, and knowing that it's on its way. And letting the toxic go so you can make room for this to be present in your life. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share, please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support. Have a beautiful day.